Hi, my name is Marcia Johnson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnephew Ryan, we make videos for Marcia's Crafts, our YouTube channel. Anyway, today we're going to make this card. I actually received this card from my friend Lynda Walker, who said she was inspired by somebody on YouTube and she doesn't remember who. So anyway, thanks to whoever that was, and thank you to Lynda. We will change it up a little bit, change the colors, and stick around till the end. I'll show it to you in a different set of colors that I think is pretty fabulous. So anyway, let's get going. To make this card, you will need the Beauty Abounds stamp set. We'll just be using this image, the splatter, and this little butterfly. And I'm using the Magnolia Blooms just for the happy birthday. So you could use any sentiment you want. Okay, we will be using quite a few dies, but mostly dies that you probably have because they're just, you know, staples. We'll be using the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits, and we'll be using this one and this one and these two little ones, these two tiny butterflies. Okay, we'll also be using the largest of the stitch rectangles, the second from the smallest of the stitched shape framelits, and the third from the smallest of the layering ovals framelit. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Okay, for ink, we'll be mostly stamping in soft suede, and I will just be a little watercoloring with the Blushing Bride. Okay, let's bring in our pieces. We have a Whisper White envelope. We have some Blushing Bride pieces and Whisper White. So that's for die cutting. That's for stamping. Okay, I would take the large piece of the Whisper White and take that large stitched rectangle and go ahead and cut that out. And when you do, it works so much better if you just turn it at a little angle. It doesn't make that big thump when it goes over it, and for some reason, it just comes out easier. So just trust me on this. Put it in an angle. So then you'll have this piece, and we'll be stamping all of these using our soft suede. I'm going to bring in a piece of paper because I'm going to stamp off a bit. Okay, and first I'm going to use this large image. I'm going to ink that up real well in the soft suede. First I'm going to put it going vertically, right about there. Then I'm going to ink it up and go horizontal, but I don't want it to come out this side. So I'm going to take my piece of paper. I could just wipe it off, but I'm just going to take my piece of paper and lay it right here and stamp. Okay, it doesn't look very good, but we're going to cover it up, so don't worry about it. Then I'm going to take that splattery stamp and I'm going to stamp off and then stamp, 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 stamp off, stamp, 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 stamp off, stamp, 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 stamp. Next I'm going to do the sentiment, this little piece, and I have my happy birthday. Ink that up. This is a photopolymer, so I should use a piercing mat, but I think it'll be fine. Next, I'm going to take this little butterfly and I'm going to stamp the inside of my card. I kind of want him to go kind of like that, so let's stamp him here. And then I'm also going to stamp him on the envelope down in the corner. And then I'm going to take that splatter stamp again and stamp off and like stamp, 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 just to give it a little interest. Okay, I think that's it for our stamping. I wouldn't put money on it, but I think so. Okay, so next, let's take the things that we will be cutting out, and that would be the happy birthday, and that will use the stitched like that. Actually looks like I kind of messed that up a little bit. What I would do if I didn't already have one done is I would go get my soft suede Stampin' marker and I would just fill that in. It would be just fine, but I've already got one done, so we don't need to worry about that. Then in our Blushing Bride, I'm going to cut out the less detailed of the butterflies, and I'm just going to cut out this top part. You could cut out the whole thing and then just use the other butterfly some other time, but I'm just going to cut out the top part. Then for this piece, I'm going to take the scalloped circle, cut that out, and then the more detailed, or well, the top layer anyway, of the butterfly, just like that. And then the two small butterflies. And I would run all of these things through the Big Shot and through the miracle of YouTube. I've already done it. So I have a happy birthday, this. I have the two parts of the butterfly. And what I would do for this is, I would just take a Snips and just trim this part off. Same thing with the other one. Then I'm going to take a tweezers and take this butterfly, and on the back I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive. You could use the sticker sheet things that we used, the adhesive sheets that we used to have. That would work. Or you could put this down on a silicone mat and put some snail type adhesive over it, but this works just fine. It's a little tedious, but it's not that bad. You can use a fine tip glue pen if you have that, and then just put it down on top of the other one. And because it's glue, you do have a few seconds to kind of move it around a bit and get everything where you want it to go. And that looks pretty good. Then let's bring in our little guys. Here's that one and that one. And I want to bring in our Wink of Stella. Well, actually, we'll do that in a minute. First, I'm going to bring this back, and I'm going to color in the flowers. And I want to color those in with Blushing Bride. So you could use a marker if you have one, or just take your ink pad and you could smoosh it in the top, but I actually prefer to just get a little ink on a block and take my blender pen and just color them all in. Color in the ones that you don't think will be hiding behind the sentiment. As usual, all of the supplies and measurements will be listed below the video. And if you would like to purchase any of these products, feel free to do so at marciascrafts.stampinup.net for about the next week, and then I won't be a demonstrator for 3 months or so, and then I'll come back in January and with a real attempt to make this a real business, which so far hasn't been too successful, but we're going to give it another shot and probably have some incentives and maybe some other things, some prizes and giveaways to make things more appealing to people who might want to buy something. The other thing we're doing now is we're trying to post videos. I make them on Tuesday and Thursday. They usually get posted really late on those days, so probably could see them on Friday morning and Wednesday morning Pacific time. But on Saturday, we've started doing a live at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not doing anything at 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning, tune into Marcia's Crafts on YouTube and see if I'm there. Sorry about that. It's the trash can. It's trash day. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some Wink of Stella on here to make things a little glimmery. So here's my Wink of Stella. We're going to do the butterflies. Looks like I wasn't quite right on with that, but it'll look fine anyway. Okay, I'll do all of the flowers. Then we're going to do the envelope butterfly and the inside of the card butterfly. Glitz it up a little bit. Okay, that should do it for the Wink of Stella, and now I believe it's time to assemble our card. Okay, we're going to take the slightly larger layer of blushing bride goes on the front, this goes on the inside. So I'm going to do the inside first. Okay, next we'll take our little inside layer. Lynda actually did hers a little bit different on the inside. I will show that to you in just a second. Here's the inside of her card. Okay, now for the front, first I'll put this layer onto my blushing bride. Okay, I'll go ahead and put this on the front. I'll layer these two together. Okay, then we're going to take our sentiment and put that on our card. You could pop that up, but Lynda didn't, and I'm not going to either. Then we're going to take our big butterfly, just put some glue in the bigger areas. His little antenna, I'm not even going to glue down. They can kind of stick up. It kind of gives them a little dimension. So I'm going to stick him right here. I'm going to stick this little guy on the sentiment. And then this little guy is going to go over on the left-hand side. We're almost done. We're just going to take some pearls and put those on. I thought about using those little gold metallic, whatever they are, pearls, but I think I like the look of the white better. And that's it. That's our card. I think it's really pretty. So here's the one we just did. Here's Lynda's original. And as promised, I have another one in my, I think, new favorite colors, which are copper and pretty peacock. And I love it too. So I don't know, which one do you like better? Anyway, hope you enjoyed making this card. And if you did, perhaps you could give us a thumbs up or give us a comment. Maybe share the video with somebody and even subscribe. So have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.